Panic is settling in, guys. It's definitely settling in. We're now just 3 weeks from the Nintendo Switch 2 launch, and people are scrambling to lock in their pre orders. But despite the chaos, we actually got new and legit updates from Nintendo, GameStop, and Best Buy that could change your approach to this whole trying to get a Switch 2 at launch nonsense. Now, if you've been refreshing Amazon or waiting for a second wave of pre-orders to magically appear, I got some bad news for you. That has not happened, but don't worry, I got the latest on where and how you might still be able to get a Switch 2. So first off, let's talk Nintendo. You may have signed up on their site hoping for that golden ticket email, the one that would invite you to purchase a console directly from them. Well, Nintendo sent these out and I didn't get one. Lots of people I know didn't get one, but they did send out a fresh update just this past week. I got a little excited because I saw the email that said regarding Nintendo Switch 2 purchase invitations. And yeah, it's not exactly encouraging, but if you look, here is the email. This exact one that I got. And basically, they're saying you're still in line, but we can't tell you when your number's up. So it could be before launch, could be weeks after. And while they say everyone who signed up will get a shot eventually, they're making zero promises on timing. It's not exactly helpful when you're trying to plan your life around launch day. They do clarify that if you end up buying one elsewhere, you're not obligated to buy through their invite. So that's nice, I guess. But also, there's no guarantee you'll get that invite before June 5th or even this summer. This could literally be something that you see in the fall. Now, let's switch gears to GameStop, right? GameStop put this tweet out earlier today, and their message is basically, yes, we'll have Switch 2 stock at launch, both online, in store, but let's be honest, online is going to be a mess. There's going to be site crashes, queues, checkout loops. We've seen this movie before, and I don't like the ending. I know you guys don't. In-store might be your best bet, but even that comes with strings, guys. GameStop is holding in-store launch events starting at like 3 p.m. local time on June 4th. What that means exactly, no one knows. I think you can go in and try to pre-order one, and then you come back at midnight. I think that's also when the line starts forming. I think that's when they're starting to hand out wristbands, when they start serving pizza. I don't know. Who knows, right? But if you want one, you'll probably need to show up well before midnight, maybe even camp out. Now, let's go ahead and go to Best Buy because they quietly updated their site too, saying that most stores will have limited stock on launch date. Not all stores, most stores. That's the key word there. They'll be handling pre-orders first, and then whatever's left goes to walk-in. So hopefully your store has some leftovers and you can just walk in and grab one. And they're also teasing a Nintendo collectible with in-store purchases. No idea what that is. Maybe it's a poster, maybe a pin. Probably nothing wild, but hey, it's something for the collectors out here. But here's my strategy. If you're banking on Best Buy, I would try calling the store a few days before launch. If you're polite, some employees might actually clue you in on how many units they're expecting at their location. If they say they've got 20 or 30, that's a good sign. If they got 2 or 3, well, I would say try somewhere else. So what's the big takeaway here, ladies and gentlemen? There's probably not going to be any more pre-orders. Probably no big second wave of pre-orders. I think what's happened is already there. If Best Buy or GameStop were planning that, they would have announced it by now because we're 3 weeks away, right? Real quick, guys, if you guys could hit that subscription button, we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I'd love for you guys to help me reach my goal. Join the ABE Nation. It's free to subscribe. Hit that button down below, wherever it's at. Now let's move on with the rest of this video. I mean, the hype is nearly here. It is go time, guys. If you slow, you're going to miss out. You snooze, you lose. Just like online, if any kind of pre-orders drop all of a sudden, make sure every store has your payment info saved, that you have an account login to Walmart, Amazon, Target, whatever it is. Have all that stuff preset, saved preferences. That way, if they decide to drop a second wave, which I feel is not likely, you will be ready. Because this is the end game now, guys. This is Doctor Strange telling Tony Stark, we're in the end game now. We're less than 3 weeks away, so who knows what could happen at any moment. But it's good to know that some of these stores are announcing their plans. They're having launch events. The hype is slowly starting to build. I wasn't hyped really initially, but now I am. I was kind of low key not excited about the Switch 2. Kind of felt like the hype was kind of not there, especially when you're hearing about how they are nickel and diming us, giving $80 games like Mario Kart World. But the more that I'm seeing games being announced, the more that there's releases coming out, more new info, the more I'm like, all right, we're getting here. It's close. Launch is almost here. I mean, we're literally less than 3 weeks away. It's go time. We're getting a new Nintendo console generation starting here. And we're going to have great games like Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, just to name it. And a whole bunch of third-party ports. Sure, they're older. We've played them on better hardware, but it's a start. It's something exciting. I've already started pre-ordering games. I got the Hogwarts Legacy for the Switch 2 edition because it was actually on sale. And I also got Suikoden 1 and 2 HD. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, but you got to get your Switch 2 console pre-ordered or at least ready to get one on launch date, which is why I'm making this video. And I think there's a good chance you guys could get one if you're ready for it. I'm just saying. I keep checking every day to make sure my Walmart pre-order has not been canceled yet. Luckily, I'm good so far. And I know I keep getting a lot of questions from some of you guys. I have a feeling we might see a surprise location drop stuff like a Costco or a Sam's, but what do I know? All I know is what I've seen as far as the GameStop announcement goes, the Best Buy announcement, and, those stores. Nintendo sending out these invites. I really wouldn't trust Nintendo at this point as far as the email invites go. I feel that you're going to be waiting a long time for them. They weren't prepped. I mean, they had the Nintendo GameCube controllers come out for Switch Online, and I didn't even get to grab one. They're going to be scalped. I have a small feeling that Nintendo is prepped, though, with Switch 2 consoles. I feel that they're going to make sure that there's plenty of these out in production so that scalpers won't have access to most of them, like the Switch OG, right? I feel that they've actually been secretly low-key, high-key saving these up. So this is exciting. This is exciting times right here. Could GameStop and Walmart and Amazon, whoever, still surprise us? Maybe, but I wouldn't count on it, especially with GameStop announcing this launch event. I don't see pre-orders. Maybe Walmart and Amazon. So instead, what I would do is I would prep for launch day if I were you guys. Retailers like Target, GameStop, Best Buy, Costco, and Sam's Club are expected to have in-store stock. Not every location and not in huge numbers, but enough if you plan right. You got a shot, right? Like Jim Carrey said in Dumb and Dumber, are you telling me there's a chance? Camping out might be your best shot if you've missed the first wave. You don't necessarily need to stay overnight, but getting there early on June 4th could make all the difference. Some places are doing midnight launches. Others might wait until the morning. So know your store's plan, right? All locations are not the same. All stores are not equal. Plan and build around what your local store is doing. Bottom line, the pre-orders are likely done, guys, but buying a Switch 2 at launch is still very possible. The key is planning ahead, is knowing where to go, and being ready to act fast. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you're hearing from your local stores. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and whether you're prepping for a launch day mission. I'll keep you updated if there's any surprise restocks as best as I can, or last-minute changes. Good luck out there. Hope you get your hands on one, and remember, the Switch 2 launches June 5th. Get your plan together now.